What's up, everyone? This is episode 9 of the Blurred Podcast. As always, we have Green Tuner.
Hello.
Creamcast.
Yo, what's good, guys?
Dark Side.
Yo, what's up?
And myself, the Ed Underground. How you guys doing?
Good.
Doing very well.
Good.
Oh, very well.
Long time,
I think
guys.
we should start off by apologizing for the quality of the last podcast.
Whoa, you're going straight in.
Oh, wow.
Straight in.
Yeah, okay.
Straight in. Just to let our 3 listeners know what happened.
And all 3 of them are on here right now.
Your friends and family.
Yeah. No, I was talking about ourselves.
They've already contacted us. Let us know that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll figure it out, Mom.
We did have some technical difficulties.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
recording, I believe.
We had
Well,
some technical difficulties of recording the previous episode. It went on to a different location rather than the cloud. So, but all is well now.
Oh, yeah, thanks. Please tell us more about how you screwed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa, my bad. Who said that? Wow. That's awkward.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Actually,
It is.
I would have chimed in too, but I totally forgot what happened because we haven't done this in so long too. Also,
I know that
apologize
too.
for that.
Also,
Sorry,
I would like
guys.
Ed to apologize for that.
Yeah.
Ed
Well,
is
we're
as good
getting-
as podcasting as he is playing Killer Instinct. Just terrible at both things.
Amazing, Ed. Amazing.
Wow.
We
Dude,
did
that-
do a previous episode, but
We did. I was-
it wasn't. Yeah.
It wasn't up to snuff.
It wasn't up to snuff. Yeah.
It will
so we
be
did
deleted.
record something, and
burned.
you will never hear it. And maybe you'll hear it. Maybe as a lost episode.
No,
one day.
they'll never hear it.
No,
they will
they'll-
never hear
they'll-
those
they'll
horrible
never-
Well, maybe
revelations
we'll
that were in
release
that
it.
episode.
Maybe I got a
Okay.
copy of it, and maybe we'll
All those
release it.
career-ending things we said on the last
Oh yeah,
podcast.
yeah, it was
and,
dangerous.
you know,
And
we did-
nobody will ever hear it.
we did discuss about the cure to cancer and how to make everybody wealthy in the United States and how to solve all the world problems. But you know
All
what?
the secrets.
All the secrets were exposed. But unfortunately, because of Ed, we decided not to post those things. We actually tried to get those things posted, but Ed, he fought vehemently about it, and he
Let's
bullied
just
us.
call it what
Also,
it is.
all
Ed
those-
made some
all those
controversial comments that we
Yeah,
thought did not
Exactly.
represent
All those
the
hateful
Blood
things that Ed
Podcast.
said, we just can't
Yeah.
post them.
Yes.
Even me. I was ashamed to put those things out. Even me.
It is.
All right, that's how bad it was.
21, and we could not
Yeah.
possibly, in good conscience,
Yes.
post that.
Exactly.
Filth.
Do better, Ed.
I mean, this is kind
Do
of like
better.
this is kind of like a PG-13 podcast, but with all the filth that Ed said, it was NC-17 for sure. So
Wow.
you're welcome, Internet. We have saved you from another villain. But here we are. We're back again. Sorry for the hiatus, but here we're back, kicking off another episode of the Blurred Podcast. So, what you guys been up to since our time off?
Well, I guess I'll go first. I had a birthday. Had some
Okay.
cool things happen. What?
Okay,
Oh,
other things
yeah.
that are important. Dark Side, what you do? I'm kidding. So yeah, tell us about your birthday, man.
I was gifted by someone I'm dating, Katie. She has gifted me with
What would
a
that
Halo
make
helmet.
her if you're dating her?
Yeah,
my
what are these
girlfriend.
What?
Yes. What can
Yeah.
you just say that?
Yeah. Wow.
Someone
yeah,
I'm
no,
dating.
I've said no. Like
Katie
I've-
would appreciate that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she is my girlfriend.
So
yes.
can you at least rephrase that? I was celebrating with my girlfriend.
Yes, I'll celebrate with my girlfriend.
Well, you know that
There
this
you
is actually very, very big moment for Ed, because previously we talked to Ed. You're like, hey, what is this person to you? He's like, well, we're dating, and these new kids nowadays. Back in our day, when you say you're dating somebody, that means you are exclusive. You're dating.
Yep.
Ed was
Yeah.
like, you know what these young kids are saying nowadays. Like, yeah, I'm dating, but that means they're just hanging out. So this is actually a big step, and I'm actually proud of my son.
Wow.
He is growing.
He is
He is
growing.
maturing.
Yes.
He did say that while he was playing Fortnite too, so he is
Yeah.
very much.
And he was dabbing and flossing as he was telling us.
Yeah.
He was. He's very
He
good
was.
at it.
You gotta
He's
do what you
very
gotta do.
good at it.
Hey, he was.
Those kids are very
all-
good at it.
All the dabbing and they were doing, but
This
hey,
30-plus-year-old man was dabbing and flossing.
dabbing and flossing all day.
Ah.
But yeah, so what should get you for your birthday, man?
He gifted me with a Halo helmet, but not just gifted me with it. She actually customized it with one of her friends.
Nice.
Gave it some paint and some dents with a tool. I forgot what the tool is called, but she showed me a video of it
Baseball
later.
bat.
A hammer. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
not that deep, not
Yeah.
that in
Ball peen
detail.
hammer.
Yeah, were you wearing the helmet when she was putting the dents into it?
No, I didn't know about it until after.
That's called concussion, sir.
He sure was. He sure.
You had
He's
that
made
means
that international signal for abuse. What is it? I forgot.
blink 3 times.
Blink twice. Yeah.
Blink twice.
I said if she's just probably right next to him right now, just looking at him, making sure he doesn't say anything.
You know what I'm saying? But you didn't say
Slightly
nothing.
off camera.
And every now and then, I want you to show us the helmet so we can inspect it for new dents and new damage. I'm just concerned.
Yeah, that will be. I mean, Ed, we're here for you if you ever need help. By all means, just give us a call. We'll be there. I mean, I don't know what we'll do. Probably join in with putting dents into the helmet.
Probably. Yeah, probably.
Stomp on you.
Yeah. How dare you do this to Katie?
Yeah.
Oh my
But,
goodness.
We'll show up there and be like, "What? Where's the podcast, man? Come on!"
Yeah. Next time
Why are
we
you
ever
crying?
we ever take a 3-week break, it's probably because Ed's screwing around. So that's gonna be his punishment.
I just realized something.
What's that?
Maybe business lunch was code for abuse.
Ah,
Maybe that's why he
What?
couldn't do
There's
the
many
podcast
business
at one time.
lunches that he takes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why he had a
Thinking-
shiner that day too.
Yeah. Ed is very, very good at taking business lunches at 7:00 at night, saying, "Hey, I was at business lunch. It just came out of nowhere." We're like, "You couldn't text us or call us?" Nope. I had to take a business lunch. I've never been to a business lunch where my boss forced me to go to a lunch and took my phone away at the same time. Very awkward, but that's the excuse that Ed gave us. But
Well, my boss wasn't just there. There was other employees that I haven't seen ever since the whole lockdown happened.
oh, that's cute.
But anyway,
And this for Uber Eats? Or what was it?
no. It's a
Oh.
graphic design company I've been working
yeah.
for.
Okay, so so you got the
Oh,
helmet.
yeah.
Now,
I got the helmets.
I heard
Oh,
that a really great friend gifted you
yes.
money for actually 2 friends. They might be on this podcast. 2 friends. The third one is kind of gifted you something. for
I
your
wonder
birthday.
who it is.
Yeah, I wonder who it is. But two of your friends gifted you money for your birthday. I wonder who they were. Can you talk about it a little bit more?
Yes, I could.
Oh, wait, you guys I didn't know we were doing this. You
I
guys
thought we were
told me
going
to send them something.
Yeah, what are you saving for a wedding or something?
Yeah. Ed's
So
the one
selfish.
I didn't know who
So
we're
selfish.
doing this.
I had no idea.
Wow. So yeah, talk about your friends that gave you birthday presents, and talk about the friend that didn't. Don't
Oh, that
don't
is.
don't want to exclude anybody on this podcast.
I give you the gift of undying friendship. Okay. So, all right. Who was
I
with
gave
you
him that for years.
with all those horrible relationships that we discussed before, where I had to suffer? Okay.
We've
I
seen
witnessed things that I cannot
yes,
forget.
there you go.
We've seen and heard things.
Seen and heard. Yeah.
And then the thing is, I thought I had it bad, but these 2, they had it a lot worse than me. So yeah, they're actually probably better friends because I would
Wow.
have sat through those things.
Mental scars.
Yeah.
God. Okay, so go ahead. So what?
Well,
Did you get
two people on this podcast has gifted me, and for those who are
You
listening,
don't need to say how many people gifted you things. You can just say friends. in
That's
this
what
Yeah,
podcast
friends have gifted.
me.
Yeah.
Or there's
You
4 of us
don't have
here.
to count how many.
Yeah. You always got to put give a story instead of being like, he's like, so 2 people that I ran into randomly through life and known them for 20 years. He's like, why don't you just say your friends? Well, that might be too much. I don't like to put.
So this
titles.
lady that's known me since I was a child. You mean your mother? Yeah, that lady.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so tell us about the rest of the gifts you got.
All right. So those who are listening and watching, I'm on Twitch, and
They won't be watching.
Oh, they'll be watching.
They'll be watching.
They'll be
Ed's been
No, they
getting
won't be
views.
They will
I
not
was
be watching. They'll be
um,
listening, but not watching.
soon.
Soon.
So there was 2 donations of $80 from Syed and $200.01 from
That's penny of disrespect, Katie.
Wow.
I know you're listening, Katie, and I'm gonna tell you, F you. I'm not a wimp. I'm a man. $201. No, actually $200.01. Yeah, let's not get carried away.
Yeah, you're not that rich.
I'm not that
Oh,
rich.
man.
Calm down. I'm gonna calm down.
So they gifted me with that donation on my live stream on the day. Was it the day of my birthday, or was it on the
Yeah, it's the
Monday?
day of your birthday.
The
Well,
day of my birthday.
yeah.
Well, Syed,
yes.
Dark Side did it first.
The
before my birthday.
donation to his OnlyFans, I believe.
Yep.
Was
Yep.
the-
There was a donation made to for him to do certain things on stream. You can
Yeah,
check
I'm
out-
still waiting for
Which
my
he
video.
did. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I
Which
did.
he did.
Oh,
I'll give you the teaser video.
Well, I don't want. I didn't pay for a teaser. I paid for the full.
No, for Green Tuner, the teaser.
Oh.
video.
Oh,
Yeah,
He's got to milk
when
it.
I sub for 6 months, I made a very specific request, and it still has to be fulfilled.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. What was I going?
Yeah, you got to gift
Okay, so you got-
the
The money, but then
The
you
two
gotta get-
donations.
Man, so
Now-
many jokes.
Yeah,
Oh
let's
my
get
goodness.
to the meat.
Yes.
and
What
potatoes.
else did you get there?
come on,
My
man.
girlfriend also surprised me with a birthday dinner at a sushi restaurant. Which
Hey, we
I
don't care about
really-
that. We
You're
don't care
just
about that.
dancing
Saying
around the
everything.
shit
Yeah,
we wanna get
it's,
to.
it's happening.
Sushi
Don't worry.
restaurant.
Yeah,
Okay,
sushi restaurant.
Sushi restaurant.
It
Okay.
was pretty good. Yeah.
Yay, some fish. Congratulations.
Yes. Okay,
All
what
right.
else was there? Oh yes.
See, I'm sorry, folks. Ed is dragging it along.
Because
Ed,
I know where this is going.
yeah, let's get to
Just see
get to
what.
it.
So, my girlfriend and a friend of mine, Sam, they have gifted me with a PlayStation 4.
Wow, our boy has come home. He is
Finally.
officially a gamer. Give it up for him, guys. Give it
Good
up.
job.
the gamer.
Welcome
Welcome.
to greatness. Welcome to
Now you're finally gonna know what it's
Good
like
games.
to play games.
Yeah, an
Yeah, I know,
actual
right?
good AAA title.
What?
You will now know what
I've
it
been
is.
playing AAA titles before.
No.
No.
First party AAA titles. When's the last
have.
time you done that? When's the last time?
Zelda.
Outside. No, don't say Nintendo. Don't
don't
you dare.
don't you mention it.
Don't you dare.
I'm the official Nintendo fan here. We all
Yeah.
know this.
Let's talk about
Yeah.
I'm the
X,
official what?
Xbox. Xbox first party AAA titles. When's the last time you played one? I'll wait.
Killer
The medium.
It's not exclusive.
It's not exclusive.
I thought it was exclusive.
Exclusive.
Isn't it on PC?
Yeah, it's on PC as well.
I don't know.
And then it's coming to PlayStation. It's highly rumored. It's probably going to happen.
Well, it's rumored, but
Well,
there's
I mean,
no
there's-
confirmation yet.
I know, but the rumor comes from like business ties being established for it. So highly likely it's happening.
But I'm
Well,
sure
I
there's
mean,
another one. But besides the medium,
Well, I
I
mean,
did answer your question.
damn, don't answer so quickly, Ed. I mean, Jesus Christ.
I mean, you're struggling.
Oh man, he's listing them up.
oh,
so
there's
quick.
another game too. But it's
What
more
is
of a
it
puzzle game.
called?
I forgot what it's called.
Okay.
It's on the.
It's so
Oh,
so
that's
good.
so
You know when the
good.
games are so
Yeah.
damn good,
Yeah.
you just
Like, oh
can't
man,
think of. Yeah, it happens all the time. To
well, there's a
everyone.
lot of games that are on,
It's
on
the-
PlayStation.
There's too
4
many. That's the
that
thing.
are-
That's
it's
why
on the
it's
tip of
getting
my
bottlenecked.
tongue.
What
There's too
is
many.
that
Yeah.
game? I love this so much.
I forgot the name of the game.
It's my favorite game. That game.
It's not my favorite game. No. I forgot the name of it though. But
Is it
it's exclusive only to console. It was
Mm.
also on Game Pass Day One.
Are you talking
And it's
Mm.
called.
Something
Dungeons
about
and
the
Dragons?
sea. No.
Something about the sea.
So I'm about to see.
I know the
So
name
good.
too. I
A
just
lady
wanna-
who was looking for her husband and she went off
Oh,
on
I
an
thought that was the
adventure.
title of the game. I
No,
was
no,
like,
no. I'm trying to
Jesus.
think of the name of it though.
Right,
Dark
but
Side,
it was,
you know
it
the
was
name.
so good. I do know what it is, but it's so good that it clearly made an impression on you. Clearly.
Mm.
Well, you asked me what are the AAA titles that are on
It's
Xbox.
not. By the way, that's not a AAA game at all.
Yeah,
It's
what's
not.
my first party AAA games?
No.
Wow, this is
And there it is.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, anyways,
Oh,
anyways,
oh.
Speaks
so
volumes.
I'm
we
sure
got,
there is, so I just don't know about
all right,
it.
all right. We'll call that the
Same
dark
thing with
times.
PlayStation.
Now the dark times are
dark
finishing, and now you've gotten access to a PlayStation 4. Do you have any games for that?
I was
Video
also
games?
gifted
Mhm.
with 3 games.
Okay.
Well, actually, 5 games for PlayStation 4.
Oh wow.
The first 2 was from my girlfriend and Sam. They gifted me Ark. What it was? No, they're good games too. It was Ark, which I've been playing,
Okay.
and also Elder Elder Scrolls? Yes, Elder Scrolls.
Elder
Okay.
Scrolls.
Wait, Elder
Which
Scrolls
one?
I
like
think it's
online?
Skyrim. I'm sorry, Skyrim.
Sky. Okay,
Skyrim.
I was gonna say Elder Scrolls is
Both
the
of these games have
series.
been
That's
on.
a very-
Both of
Yeah.
these games have been on Game Pass for years, by the way.
I
Go
know.
ahead.
Yeah, I'm
no,
getting
but
triggered.
the
All right,
thing
go
is
ahead.
with it being on Game Pass,
You could play with your friends. That was the thing, right?
with the PS4, yeah, because I have it on Game Pass, but
Because
I
all your
can't-
friends have common sense. All of them have common
Wow.
sense.
Wow.
Well, they're also thinking about getting an Xbox.
Sure.
Yeah, no, they are. They are.
Okay.
Do they have one? Or are they
They
just
have the
thinking about
previous
it?
ones. No, they would like one. It's just hard to find one at the moment.
Xbox-
They're thinking about getting a series.
Series X is not hard to find.
The
S?
S is easy to find. The
X?
X I heard was hard to find.
It's not hard to find.
Really?
They come out.
Well,
like
you
another day.
know how to
Hey,
get-
don't you dare speak out my personal business out there. Yes, I know
Straight
how.
up, PlayStation
you know how to
5s.
find
PlayStation 5s don't last like minutes. They come off a truck
tried.
and they're. I'm just saying.
I tried.
Series X, they'll linger.
There's someone that I
They'll
know,
linger.
someone that
They
I
will
know
linger.
very well who was attempting to help me find a PS5 for my brother, and
I'm struggling. It's me. I'm picky. I'm picky.
I wasn't going to say your name.
I'm struggling right now.
You're looking for one for your brother.
Yeah, I've been looking for.
Why
one
didn't
for,
you tell me that? I had like.
I
I
thought
was
I
gonna
did.
say.
I held 2 in my hands this week.
I told.
Well, not recently. It was for
Well, you got to tell me if you're
back in
interested.
May.
No,
Yeah, whatever.
he's still looking for one. That's the thing.
Oh yeah, I
told him-
am. But
I
All right,
told
well,
him.
I
then
will
you
let
should
you
have told
know.
him.
I told him I was like, hit up Darkseid, let him know. I'm like, he can go from one aspect. I can look at another aspect, and I'm like, we can tag team it from there. And then he was like, and then that's
Because you said tag
Direct
team.
quote.
yeah, that's
Direct quote.
that's
yep.
verbatim what he said.
That is
And
the quote.
I told him to do that because right now, like if you try to go online to get a PlayStation 5, it is absolutely horrendous trying to get. Before, back in September when they first were being pre-ordered, very easy to get. I mean, I got like 10 or so PlayStations, but now it is really hard. I can barely get one maybe every month. So it's hard
So
to get.
What they're doing is they're definitely limiting the supply ahead of the holiday. They're trying to prepare for Thanksgiving. They need a stock because they can't do this during the holiday season. It's got to be
Absolutely.
a solid series of weeks where they'll have it. Everyone's going to ask for it. So they're making it really hard to get. So,
Yeah,
but
that makes
there's a
sense.
trickle out there. I'm telling you, I held 2 of them in my hands this week, within the last week. It's a very, very out of nowhere thing, but they show
Well,
up.
I was looking for one in May. 2 people that I know, well, 3 people that I know can help me find one, and I came close to one, but didn't happen. So
Well, it
I'll
seems like
be
you have a
trying harder.
guarantee. It seems like you have a guaranteed source here. So, just
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
play-
look out
play
for
your
you.
cards,
I'll let
yeah.
you know. But be ready to roll, man. Be ready
Sweet.
to roll.
Well, the games that I got for PS4
For-
were Ark, Skyrim, and
Meh.
from no, they're pretty
yeah.
good.
Let's get
I love
to the
Skyrim.
good games. Let's get to the good
All right,
games.
give 'em
Wow. And I was also gifted Marvel Spider-Man
Wow, amazing.
and
9 out of 10.
Easy.
yeah, it is.
Yep.
And God of War.
Oh,
Oh
10
my
out of 10
goodness.
game of the year.
That's 10 out of
Yeah.
10.
Mm.
I'm not
10 out of 10 game of
doubting
the year.
that. I'm not
Shut
doubting
up.
Mm.
Move on.
Yeah.
that. And
What
Horizon
games?
Zero Dawn.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
10 out
Wow.
of 10. 10 out of
He
10
hits
for
you.
me.
He hits you with the last gen trifecta, the holy trinity of
Trinity.
of AAA titles.
Short of The Last of Us, which I didn't have a physical copy to give you. It's digital.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would have given you that too.
I don't know if I played The Last of Us. So I don't know. I
The
don't
first
know.
one?
I don't know.
The first
The
one.
first one's not
You
as
play the first-
politically
I mean,
charged.
maybe
if
the
that's what
first
you're
one,
afraid
but
of.
the second one I hear
The
so
second one
much
isn't
bad
even that
stuff.
politically charged.
But the
Oh,
thing
we
is,
got
yeah, you're making this.
this.
You're making a decision
Yeah,
on
it's a
something.
neckbeard. So
when-
Yeah.
Yeah. You're making a decision about a game. First off, you just started owning the consoles, first and foremost. So you should have no opinion whatsoever on how good it is. Second of all,
I never
you
said
didn't
it was
play the
good or
first
bad.
one. You said, well, I don't know.
Well, no, I just said I don't know if I play it.
Just
That's
play
all I
it.
said.
Just play it.
just try.
If you're
We'll
able
see.
to,
Don't judge.
if
Don't
you're,
judge.
yeah, don't judge. Like if you're able to play Tomb Raider, you should be able to play this.
Oh, I love Tomb Raider. Yeah.
Then there's no different.
I mean,
Also,
you can.
also, The Last of Us Part 1 and Part 2 both received Game of the Year. They're very, very well decorated games. Everyone agrees that they're amazing. They're well made, well like motion captured. Just it's this a studio making a game at the top of its form, and it's being acknowledged for it. And the fact that they could go boring with something and just be to rehash, or they could do something that was controversial, which I'm glad they did. Otherwise, it's another boring game.
Yeah.
They have to go new places. I'm glad they took a chance on it. At the end of the day, they walked away with Game of the Year at the Game Awards.
Which was controversial, but go ahead.
But the
Sure,
thing is,
I mean, things are controversial,
but controversial to who? Like, if you have
the fans.
No, not
the fans voted on the Game Awards.
No, from my understanding, when you go on the website and you voted for whatever game you wanted for Game of the Year, the fans voted for, I'm going to say it wrong, Ghost of Tsushima.
Also, great awesome, PlayStation
very
exclusive.
great
PlayStation. Yeah.
What a series! What a series that hits PlayStation. Is there any question why Sony's dominating? We're just like casually talking about all these games, but like you're struggling to come up with a third-party exclusive or a first-party exclusive for Xbox. You're stammering. You're trying to struggle. By the way, the game you're looking for is Call of the Sea. It's not even a AAA game. It's like a first-party game. Cool game, but like, come on, where are you at?
But the thing is, what gets me is
embarrassing.
You are making an appointment. You're making a point to talk about. You know, you've been on the Xbox bandwagon for weeks, months, years, and now you have a PlayStation in your hand, and you're talking about, well, I don't think I'm really gonna play this game. Like, you haven't even given PlayStation really a good chance for all the titles that are getting accolades, awards, games of the year.
Well, what not just on one platform. So far, what have you played so far
on PlayStation or just in general?
Just on PlayStation.
Yeah.
Ark, Spider-Man. Genshin Impact is basically
Genshin Impact.
It's basically a Zelda copy.
All right.
Yeah,
that was a free to play.
But I think that's everywhere, right? That's like on everything.
No, that's on everything. It's not on Xbox.
That's on Switch. Oh, it's not on Xbox.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's on.
It's on your phone. I know that.
Yeah, but it was free on PlayStation, so I decided to download it. It's a good game. It's basically Zelda ripoff, but it's enjoyable.
Kids love it. Kids love it.
It's pretty fun.
Interesting. So what's your impression of? So you played Spider-Man. What's your impressions there? It's a great game.
Yeah. I never doubted it wasn't. Mm-hmm. I like it. I feel like I'm playing Batman with webs.
Yeah. Yep. How do you like my favorite part of that game? My favorite, aside from the story, which the story is great, but the traversal and the locomotion in that game, just the web slinging, they captured that so beautifully. There are times when I was playing that game.
Look at your face.
And
there are times. I'm just looking.
Go ahead.
There are times when I was playing that game, just between the story modes, the story missions and the side missions, where I just straight up just swung from one side of the city to another, just because it's fun to do. It just feels.
You feel like you're Spider-Man.
You feel like you're Spider-Man.
It feels organic.
It feels organic. It feels like kinetic. You bounce off one building to another. When you get all the tricks down, the flight mechanics and the running and
the diving.
Basically you can go from one part of Manhattan to another, and you'll just maintain a certain speed as you build up your perks and everything. It is a really fun game, and the combat's great. If you like Spider-Man's costumes, there's so many great costumes they added onto that thing.
I haven't gone that far yet to the costumes aspect, but I did in between missions, I did just like zoom around the city, and it's very fluid. It's very you feel like you're Spider-Man doing everything. Yeah. And I got some of the tricks down with diving and then like just like swinging right back up with more speed. It's pretty fun.
And honestly, you're not gonna you're enjoying it now. Honestly, by the time I got to the end, I was still enjoying it. Like, it was everything that I wanted. I did actually is one of the few games I actually pushed to get a platinum trophy in, because it was just that good of a game. So I'm just happy, man. I'm really am happy that you have finally come home.
Come home.
Yeah, like you were the wayward child that went out there and said, hey, screw dad, I'm gonna do whatever I want and I'm gonna figure out life for my own. You got beat up, mugged. You've been buying systems with no games on them, and you buy Xbox Series X and be happy to play Xbox 360 games. Talking about, man, this is the greatest game ever. Look at the upscale graphics. When you've been missing out literally on like 2 console generations of solid, great AAA titles that have storylines, they have great gameplay mechanics, great graphics. You've been missing out on that. And not saying that Xbox is horrible. Xbox is not horrible by any means of a console. They have definitely good third-party games and so forth, and they have great ports of stuff. However, well, you're making the face, Darkside. What's up?
I mean, all that is debatable, but go ahead.
It's debatable, sure.
Go ahead.
But overall, like now you can come to a console where Sony has been killing it, regardless of how much you want to talk about Sony and compare it to Game Pass. But we know that if you go buy a PlayStation, that you from last generation to this generation, and this has been a constant trend, you're going to get great first party games, and it's going to hit out the ballpark. Which is like if you're going to rate it by first party games, you're going to go from Sony, then to Nintendo, then maybe mobile games, then Xbox. That's how bad it is. Xbox doesn't have great first party games, and that's just the truth. So I'm glad now you can be able to experience, like, you can buy a console and actually play really great games on it. I'm just happy.
Don't take that in. Don't take that.
Yeah.
Well, you see,
defend yourself.
Game Pass. You see, even though I am now owner of a PlayStation 4 and a Nintendo Switch, I still go to Game Pass because
play one game.
There's multiple games to play the Game Pass.
Congratulations. You play Killer Instinct, you play Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance for one day. You were a beta tester for that game. You were
Besides those games you mentioned, there are multiple games on Game Pass that I played. I discovered Dead by Daylight. I just said it.
Oh, you discovered it.
I discovered it.
Sure,
but,
okay, you can discover it.
But here's the thing. I would have never bought Dead by Daylight. But because of Game Pass, you know what? It's on there. Let me try it out, see what it's about. I end up loving it. So, yeah, that's not the older games on there too. I just haven't played it on my my Twitch channel. But yeah.
When are you going to carve out more time for Spider-Man? I noticed you haven't played it as much.
I haven't played a lot of games as much.
You're keeping tabs on him.
I did when I lent him those games, I did say that I want to see him stream them because I want him to experience those games and I want him to see how great they are, and I want to see him see it.
Yeah, and
I wouldn't lend him any duds or give him any duds to play. Yeah. I know that those games he would really like. So
I might play it tonight also, even though it's not my normal.
You'll stream it
lifetime.
On stream.
I mean,
stream it, bud.
Stream.
We give Ed prop. You know, Ed, you have done very well with your stream recently. You have been streaming consistently recently, and I'm very proud of you for that because I understand that you're a very busy individual. And yes, sir. You know, hats off to you. You know, you do a great job with that. So, you know, I really do want you to play more PlayStation games, only because, I mean, those are games that brought me and many other people joy, and I know that you would enjoy them. We're not saying these games just to be like Xbox haters. These are truly, really good games. And regardless of what you can discover on Xbox Game Pass,
XPad.
That sounds dirty for some reason.
Sounds like a feminine product.
It sounds like something else to me, but go ahead.
But no, I do like the fact that you've been very active with that. So good job, man.
Yeah, and I intend to play once I'm done with those games that I've mentioned. I'm looking forward to Ghost of Tsushima, if I'm saying it right. So
sure.
Tsushima,
yes. Let's say that.
All right,
go ahead.
So coming off your PlayStation thing, look, we all make mistakes in life, right? you made lots of mistakes for many years. All right, you made lots of mistakes, and now you're correcting them. You know, I talk a lot of crap about Xbox. We all do. Game Pass.
Except for me.
I only felt that. What?
Except for me, but
except
go
for
ahead.
I only felt that it was appropriate that, you know, I've always said that I would get an Xbox when the time is right, when they ever released anything that was good. And in the past, an entire generation has passed, and they never gave me a good reason to get an Xbox, right? But
did you get an Xbox?
Like Richard Branson and many other billionaires who have money to go into space and waste all kinds of cash.
No way.
Do stuff.
Oh, wow.
Wait,
I have
what?
invested probably in the poorest investment I have ever made. I did get an Xbox X. What is it?
S is the
S.
white one.
Series S.
Yes,
Series
you-
S.
Series S.
Whoa.
The
Wow.
online
I
one.
did buy an Xbox Series S. It's sitting right there, and I did get Game Pass because I was like, you know what? If I'm going to talk about Game Pass every week, which I do relish,
Yes.
I might as well put some money behind it and just say rather than by just watching Ed play. You know, there's got to be good stuff on Game Pass, right? Right? There's got to be something.
There are
out there.
earthquakes
wait.
happening all over the
Wait,
world right now.
did you base it on Ed's streams and his
I based
gameplay?
it on an entire industry that there's got to
okay.
be something out there,
Okay,
right?
so if you're basing it off Ed's streams, I mean,
No, I'm not.
That's good
If I'm
quality
basing it
content
off
right there.
Ed streams, there may be 2 or 3 games like tops, and most of them are from like 10 years ago. So I got Game Pass, and I've been playing it for about over a week.
Okay.
I've had the Xbox, and the controller is great. I will say this: I haven't touched an Xbox controller since the 360. More or less, it's the same thing, but I like some of the textures they put on here, here and there. I don't know. I still like the PlayStation 4 controller better. This just seems old to me. It reminds me of an older generation. I don't know what it's missing. I like the textures, but other than that, it just seems dated.
What Ed's gonna say is, if it's not broke, don't fix it. That's exactly
I
what
don't
he's
know.
saying.
If I say, I don't think it was broken, but they definitely.
I don't think there's anything broke about it, but I just think it
improved
hasn't
on it.
advanced. I don't think it has advanced forward in terms of. I mean, I do feel there's like some haptic feedback here that I haven't experienced. I'm glad it's there. I was playing Halo 5 Guardians. That's the one I haven't played, so I was like, oh, I'll pop that in. Downloaded Master Chief Collection, and I was like, all right, well, now I have the wealth of Game Pass to scroll through, and goddamn, there's nothing on Game Pass unless you like sports.
Yes.
Unless you like sports, Battlefield, or
Oh, that's a good game now.
that's a good game. Like, so your first-person shooters, or, and I'm talking generally, just if you take like a survey of Game Pass, I'm telling you what's on. Mostly sports, which is not bad. If you're into Madden, if you're into FIFA, good stuff there. But you got all your Xbox first-party exclusives. Problem is, I played most of them. I just figured at some point in, like, what has it been, 10 years since the last generation?
Roughly, yeah.
I think so, yeah.
I feel like I would have missed something. So I pop it in. I'm looking around. There's Halo 5 Guardians, which it was like, okay, I haven't played that. But I don't see what else I've missed here. I really don't see. I was struggling to find a game on Game Pass, and I was no shot for a while, just pissed that I had spent money on the Xbox Series S. And I was like, there's no way. And I'm looking through Game Pass. I got to the end of the list, and I'm like, clicking this to get to the next screen. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Well, you can always play Killer Instinct with that.
Yeah,
that is.
I
Oh,
was thinking
now
there.
you could actually have that. That match.
Yes,
I
let's
even
play a
waste-
10-year-old fighting game that no
Won't
one.
even waste the bandwidth
Yeah.
on that one.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
But I am for real though. I am kind of disappointed in the selection of Game Pass.
Wow.
But I did get it because I want to give Halo Infinite a fair shot when it comes out. And what's that game? Back for Blood, I think it's called. I want to play that,
Mhm.
and I'd like to play that with you guys if you guys have it,
Sure.
because that's a nice co-op game. So I mean, all in all, I spent $100 on 2 potential future games, and to give me the license to talk
Wait.
shit.
$100?
Yeah, I
You
got
get
a
like
really
a
good
year
deal on it.
subscription.
Yeah. Well,
No,
hold on.
I didn't pay full price for this thing.
Hold on. Oh, you did? Oh, wow.
No,
Wait,
I would
Oh,
never pay
whoa.
full
did
price.
you, wait, let me, wait.
Wait,
What?
how? What?
How? Did you get it? Did
You
it
get
fall
the
No,
What's
it
it
didn't
called?
fall off.
You get
I
a
have-
5-figure discount.
No. I mean, at certain point, I get certain perks, and I just
Okay.
I didn't. There's nothing I really wanted, and I was
Oh.
like, yeah, I might as well throw it behind this.
Microsoft has a
By the time all my
pay
deals
by
went
month
through,
plan.
Okay.
yeah,
Hey, I mean,
yeah,
was
I don't
gonna
need
say,
that.
Do you own some Black Air Force? You might not get the joke, maybe some of the listeners will. So if you know of a person who wears black Air Forces, usually they are stereotyped to rob you. So I was gonna ask them like, do you own some black Air Forces? And you're like, yeah, I only paid $100 for them, which was the price of the Air Forces. But oh yeah, I mean you've over. I'm not gonna lie, even then $100 you've paid too much.
Yeah, I feel like I have. I feel like I have.
If someone,
I mean, it is a pretty good deal.
It's a good deal.
It's a damn good deal.
It's a good deal if you are, let's say you are a family person, you have 3 kids, and you don't want to buy them each their own system and buy their own individual games and so forth. Then yeah, it's great. Or
I'm telling you right now, I'm playing it. It's good. It's good if you're into sports. I'm telling you right now, if you're a sports fan, you know anyone who's a sports fan, all they do is play Madden and.
Do they have the new FIFA?
FIFA.
If not,
I don't think they have the newest FIFA, but they have the last FIFA.
Wow, imagine that. The Mexican person is caring about the. He doesn't care.
It's a good game. Have you guys played FIFA?
He didn't care about nothing else, but
actually
said FIFA.
I did download FIFA. So.
It's fun. It's fun.
It is fun. FIFA is fun for sure.
But yeah, so I got that. Now I'll be able to speak to that. I'll finally be able to give proper feedback for Game Pass rather than Ed, who says he has Game Pass and just never uses it.
I use Game Pass.
No,
we don't need to get into all this again, but I will give the proper feedback.
Pass. You don't. We all say you don't use Game Pass. There's 300 plus games on there, and you play 2.
Yeah, I play 2 games on
300
when I
plus
go
is a bit of a
live.
reach
but
there.
outside of
there's 300 games. If you do
Is there?
Xbox Game Pass,
374,
there's 300?
I believe.
there's 300 some games. Now,
Dear
if
God.
you do Game Pass for PC, it's only 200 something.
That means I scrolled through 300 games one night and said, "There's nothing to play on here."
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's probably
I must have missed the screen.
2/3 of that is probably like the lame puzzle games or something, right?
Oh no,
there's puzzle games. There's a lot of
there.
Bethesda games.
Oh, a lot.
Like I said, it's a
Shadow
lot
of
of games
Mordor.
you've either played before over the course of 2 generations. Sports games, Battlefield, and the crappy Xbox first-party exclusive.
2
That's your
generations.
Game Pass.
Evil Dead's on
2
there.
generations.
3
What?
generations.
Evil Dead
Evil
is on
Dead.
there. I think it's called Evil Dead.
Evil Dead. I don't think it hasn't came out yet.
Ash?
No, not that one. What is it called?
Dead by Daylight.
Not that. I just remember how it looks. There's like red font and background's like all white. Maybe you know, maybe not. Okay.
Hey, did you?
Okay, sounds great though.
Dark Side. Did you play Friday Nights at Freddy?
No, I have not played it.
Oh, okay.
Well,
just want to let you know.
I tried
that
to play it, and I couldn't move, so I got frustrated and broke my TV.
Did you reinstall it though?
Several
to make
times,
sure.
multiple times. I should have reached out to you guys for
Yeah, you probably need help.
tech support on that. Yeah.
Next time we'll let you know. I mean, the game's just.
I've gone through 4 controllers and remapped the buttons.
Oh yeah, man, that's a difficult game to get working, man. But yeah, I mean, I have Xbox. I still haven't bought my new game. I think I might have Game Pass. it's $50 a year or whatever. I was like, screw it, I'll buy it.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it's $50 a year or something like that, maybe.
Game Pass?
Huh, that's weird.
Yeah,
I got 3 months free.
Year
if you do the
subscription.
year. Yeah, free subscription. Yeah,
that's not bad.
That's
not bad at all.
Yeah, I do for PlayStation. It's $50. It's like $50 a year or something like that. So I just usually buy them both at the same time. Yeah, my Xbox. I think I've said this multiple times. My Xbox has not been turned on since the initial startup. I think I played KI. Actually, no, I played KI on Steam on my PC because why would I buy it on Xbox if I got it for like $2 on Steam. And yeah, there's just nothing on the Xbox Game Pass that really reaches out to me. If it's not for, and that's why I said earlier that there's some really good games on Xbox, which are sports games, the Maddens, the 2Ks and so forth, the FIFAs. Those are great games that if you are serious about sports and you are going to do those create characters and everything else, then yeah, that's absolutely phenomenal for you. But other than that, no, it's just not worth it for most people like me, Dark Side.
I heard an Xbox sound.
Yeah.
I think there's Dark Side.
I was popping on here real quick. Now
He's about to get sexy. He turned on the lights.
Yeah, turn on the lights.
You know what's funny?
Xbox.
The Xbox is into my HDMI 3 Third place.
Third place. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Very symbolic. Very symbolic. I like
Mhm.
it.
I mean, that's how I could. Sometimes I forget where's the Xbox now. I always know third place.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's very fitting for Xbox. I
think it
mean,
is.
normally it should be plugged into the trash can, but third place is, I mean, and as far as the console wars, that's as best as it's gonna get.
Mhm. That or just propping up your window so you can get a nice.
Hey, is no
cool
one
breeze
playing Master
Yeah,
Chief
right.
in this
Collection
hot
anymore
summer.
or something?
Yeah,
Ed?
people play it.
Okay, well, I was in the lobby looking for a game for like forever. I don't know if I'm like
Oh,
doing some
so
wrong.
there are certain games that are played more than others. Halo
Wow.
1, I don't think you'll find anyone on there. Halo 2, a lot. 3, a lot. 4, it's kind of 50-50.
So I gotta
5?
tweak that. Like
Wow.
I tried many
Well-
combinations to try to get one game in. I was not able to get one multiplayer
Well, are you
game
doing
in.
like this free-for-all, anything goes
I put
Slayer?
at one point I put anything. Just give me anything. I clicked all the boxes and it kept searching and searching and searching.
Wow.
And I just turned it off.
I always find
And
something on there.
Play PlayStation.
You know, he's like, I pretty much just turned on PlayStation and it just worked. That's wonderful. I mean, you just realize when you talked about Master Chief Collection, that you just literally went through every Master Chief game or Halo game and it just pretty much said, yeah, this is 50, that doesn't work. 50-50, yeah, that's not too good.
I said 50-50 of one game because Halo, was it 4 or 5 that wasn't that popular? 2 is still my favorite of all time.
Four
I think
and 5. I mean, so far I will
give.
give this. I'm playing 5, the story mode, and it seems fine. So I can't wait to get to the big issue. Other than the fact that you don't play as Master Chief for part. I guess I've only played as him as twice, which is weird.
Yeah,
And that was the controversy.
I think that was kind of weird. That's why I stopped playing it because like I don't know what this guy
really?
is. Yeah,
So you never finished it?
I never finished it.
Oh, okay.
You never finished Halo 5?
Not that one, no.
Wow.
A
I
lot of
stopped-
people
stopped
did
counting.
actually.
Yeah, I stopped caring
Wow.
after 4. After that, I was like, this sucks.
That's like that's a pretty big statement. That's like saying I didn't finish the last Mario or Zelda.
Well, I
Like,
never finished
it's like
the last
it's-
Majora's Mask, but
You never finished Majora's Mask?
nope.
Were you not able to finish it because you could not, or you lost interest in it?
More of a lost interest in it.
Oh,
Okay. When did you try to beat it?
When did I try to beat it? Years ago.
When you're a child or as an adult?
Teenager.
Teenager?
Yeah.
That's I mean, that's fine. But it does say something about the pinnacle Xbox game, the game of Xbox, the
That
creme
came
de la
out years
creme,
ago.
the creme de la creme of Xbox.
what, Halo 5?
Yeah.
Guardians came out
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah.
What?
It's been more than 3 years, more than 4.
Oh, that's
Huh.
so that's what you're saying. So like that
This is
shouldn't be good
before-
though. When did
What do
you
you mean?
stop playing it? 3 years ago or recently?
When around
came out?
the year that it came out, yeah.
Yeah, it was
So
a
what
while
are you
ago.
talking about?
2015.
Dude, you stopped playing it when it was brand new. So
I
what are you
know.
talking
I
about 3
didn't.
years ago?
I didn't get it the month of. I got it later, and it's like, okay. When?
Well, I'm just
You
saying
said
that's,
when it came out.
go ahead.
What within that year?
Yeah, but still,
I'm not just
I mean,
saying that's the pinnacle
Pretty bad,
Xbox games. That's the pinnacle Xbox game, and yet you have decided to quit that. I mean, that is pretty telling of the state of Xbox. I think.
What made me get an Xbox One was Killer Instinct.
Killer Instinct. We
Yeah.
got that. And,
Oh,
and that's the only reason why you still have an Xbox One and a 360 to this day. Because honestly, there's been no justification on buying a new system for the Xbox 360. Didn't even have a launch game, a first party launch game that came out with it. That's how bad it was.
360?
I mean, no, I'm sorry, for the Xbox Series X, S and X.
Wait, X.
There was no
Oh.
first party games that came out with the Xbox at all. All they said was, "Hey, buy this new console for $500, and the only thing you're gonna play is 360 games." All right, that was the whole commercial. There was nothing else to be. They're like, "Hey, buy this new system with new updated graphics, but the only thing you're gonna play is upscaled 1080p." All right.
I will
That's
say this though. Now that I have a PS4 and I've already had a Nintendo Switch, I still always go back to Xbox.
Because you're
You play one game, dude.
No, I
You
play
only
multiple
play
games.
One game.
No,
I played
but I
one
mean,
game
honestly,
on Twitch or
But the
two.
games
the
that you-
main
the
game
games
that
he
you
plays.
love.
What
is
game
still
are you
instant.
playing? It better be a really
Yeah,
great
Killer
game
Instinct.
because what
No,
game are
no,
you?
no, no, no. It's not that about the game he's playing. It's about the people who he's playing with. The only reason why you're
That
continuing to
too.
play is because of people playing Fortnite, which you can play on any console at this
Which I
moment.
have.
Or you
I
can
played
cross-play with.
on PS4 and
But
Switch
you-
also.
But who are you playing with? What the people that you play with? Who do they? What system do they primarily play on?
PS4 and Switch.
Should none of them play on Xbox? The person the person that you play the most with, they don't play on Xbox.
They don't have an Xbox.
You gave them an Xbox.
Oh, my Xbox One?
Oh my god! Yes, Ed.
Oh, well, I recently gave that to my brother now too because he wanted to play Halo. So
Dang, it's like a community Xbox. You just get nobody actually wants to
give it to that person.
I don't want this. It's like a hot potato, but it's called the Xbox.
Well,
This is exactly what it's called.
originally, I was going to get the Xbox One to my brother, but he didn't need it at the time, so I let my girlfriend use it, and she's played a few games on there. And then when my brother asked me, "Hey, I want to see the Xbox One now," so I gave it to him. So because that was the
Sounds like
original
this
plan.
Xbox is making the rounds. It's not really
it's
finding a
been-
home anywhere.
Well, I used
Not
to,
surprising.
Yeah,
I used to bring it almost
It's
everywhere.
like a sad puppy.
yeah. No, the Xbox belongs on the streets. That's what it is.
Wow.
It's just it's the biggest thought I've ever seen. It's just it goes from house to house.
Streetwalker.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my goodness!
But the thing is, it's a streetwalker that doesn't make no money, and a streetwalker that makes no money is useless.
huh?
Wise words.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wise
All right,
words.
Okay.
I'm gotta give you one of these. Get you in line. But I mean that's cool. I mean you got PlayStation 4 now. It's great.
That's good.
Dark Side has an Xbox. That's awesome. Welcome to worse gaming. Although like we congratulate Ed
Welcome
by
to
getting
the
a PS4.
family.
Like I know. Should we
Well,
just
he's-
shame you? Should we shame you for having an Xbox now? I don't know. Like it's
Stupid
weird.
decisions should be shamed. Yes.
Yes, they should be. You
We all-
pay
like I
way
said,
too
we
much
all make
money.
mistakes. We all make mistakes.
Like
I'm sorry.
you've been waiting. Like you were talking about how you've got this deal for this Xbox. Like you just kind of just shat all over those deals that you've been sitting here waiting on for all this time. You finally cashed in on that, and you ended up with an Xbox. Like I would have said, at least get like an iPhone 6 or something like that. You might have got a better deal than
Wow.
Xbox Series S at least. Like if you got
Benefit of the
Series-
doubt.
yeah.
Benefit of the doubt. I was wrong. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
I mean, it is what it is. But you know what people are gonna say to us? People are gonna say, "Oh, you guys are biased. You guys are PS4 fanboys." I'll just say this, just for our viewers and everybody else that's listening: if this was PlayStation that was having crappy games or no games at all, had a service where it was like, okay, you can play a whole bunch of games for free for $5.99 or whatever the cost is, I would shit on PlayStation just as much as Xbox. So I'm fair at giving the criticism all around. And there's also things about Sony that I can criticize as well. But the thing is that when you set a platform on gaming, which that's what Xbox is there for gaming, and you don't provide games, then that's a problem. And then even with Ed sitting here talking about, man, Dark Alliance was a great game. Xbox, it was day one. But then he had to spend 30 minutes trying to link up with not just one person, but two people. He tried to link up with the game. He's spending 30 minutes on stream struggling to get all three connected. And they eventually just give up and say, you know what? I just played with one person. All right, 30 minutes later, we got to work. All right, third person, all right, whatever. We'll play with you whenever it works. That is a problem.
Never said it was a great game. And two, if it wasn't for Game Pass, I would have never even played the game.
The game should have never been created, first and foremost. The game was trash, hot trash.
Well, they had to
And
fix a lot
you were
of
sitting
bugs.
here talking about, man, I can't wait. This game is.
Well,
this
yeah,
game
I'm
is-
looking forward to it.
The game
Yeah.
didn't show you gameplay. You just saw a CGI trailer.
No, I saw gameplay.
You're like, oh man, this game is amazing. This game
And
is
saw
would you
gameplay.
rather go and eat at a restaurant where you can have like the best burger ever, like a really like amazing burger, an amazing meal, or would you go to an all-you-can-eat buffet, which is garbage? But all you can eat garbage. What a
And
great
pay
deal!
less.
What a great deal to get here.
See, you talk
I've
about
been to
Payless.
some amazing buffets.
Yeah.
With some
You're
great
paying-
food.
But he's saying that it's
Yeah.
not amazing.
Would you go to Golden Corral? instead of going.
It's like Golden
To like a
Corral
proper
on its worst
establishment.
day ever.
I would go to an authentic Chinese buffet restaurant.
Golden Corral anytime, you mean?
No,
No worst day ever.
Yeah, this is Ed on a date. Like Ed's gonna be like, you know what? I would take you to this awesome restaurant that I know has smash hits for food, or I could take you to this place that is gonna be $1.99 and is all you can eat, but you're going to get diarrhea and dysentery.
I would
It's
never
gonna
do
be
that.
It's gonna be like,
Phil,
no.
though.
He's like, hey, you can't beat this price though. What about the future though? The future, the owner said the music, or not the music, the food was amazing because he owns the restaurant. Like what Phil Spencer is
What
saying,
in the
man,
world?
he's like, this is so great. Xbox is the future. When in
Yeah, but
reality,
if he
options.
hadn't gone to that
Yeah.
restaurant, he would have never tried all that other slop.
yeah, I mean,
So
Well, I would have never done that. But the future is bright for Xbox. They have purchased, but I'm going to say it wrong. But that's the.
Whoa.
I just
no, he
did.
said it right. He said it right.
whoa.
Hey,
Oh,
God,
nice.
enunciating.
Damn.
Yeah, wow.
All right.
Wow, my
yeah.
goodness.
Well done.
Good job.
Well
I
done.
mean, next thing.
This
Yeah.
podcast, if nothing else, comes from this podcast. He's
Right.
pronounced the best
All right, let's hear it again. What was it?
Once is enough.
No, you said it
don't-
right.
Hey, lightning
Let's
doesn't
not-
strike
let's not-
twice.
That's a,
Let's not ruin it here.
Yeah, this.
All right. Well, we just talked about.
Annihilation.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No.
No.
Innovation, yeah.
We talked about PlayStation. Them like they oftentimes screw up, and as a longtime PlayStation fan, you can tell. And I've talked about this before. When they screw up, they're stubborn and they'll just crash it into the ground. They're well on their way to doing that. I feel it in the air. They're just, when they get too cocky, they love to just crash this thing. And what did you guys think about the state of play that happened? Was it this week? Was it last week?
I think it was last week.
Last week?
Yeah, I
Maybe.
believe it was last. I believe it was last week.
It's about a half-hour state of play came out. What was your impressions on that? That was the first time they really had anything since the E3 conferences came out.
As a new PS4 owner, I was disappointed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I would say it wasn't too bad. It wasn't good at all. I was definitely hoping for at least one banger of a game. There are some games that I have seen personally played out. One was I'm actually looking at it right now, Hunter's Arena Legends. I did see someone play.
Yeah, that
seems
was cool.
I seen someone actually play that on stream like months ago when it was on beta for PC.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like a very beautiful game. It looks very fun. It looks very cool.
Now that's a battle royale fighting game.
Yeah, it's a battle royale like fighting
Interesting
game.
idea, and that stood out for me.
Yeah,
During the conference as well.
But what pissed me off the most was the major thing that pissed me off the most was the Demon Slayer game.
Oh, yeah.
That was like, it's like they reverted to, like, if I was PlayStation and someone presented that to me and showed me that trailer, I would say, get out of my room. Like, this,
It looked dated as hell.
yeah.
Well,
like
look who's behind it, though.
Who is behind it?
Sega.
Oh, well,
But the thing is,
that's-
I can't even knock Sega. Sega's put out very awesome games, so I can't even knock Sega for it.
I love Sega.
Well, I say I can knock Sega for it, but I always give Sega the benefit of the doubt. But this one, based on the trailer, absolute trash.
Well, I love Sega, but I don't know who got the idea to give Demon Slayer to Sega. Sega can do some good games, but I don't think Sega was the best choice to do Demon Slayer. It's Demon Slayer, right?
Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
Yeah. They should give it to like somewhere like Platinum Games or something like that.
Yeah.
Or Ninja Studio or Ninja
Team Ninja.
Team
Team
Ninja.
Ninja.
Like they can, like Team Ninja. I mean, Team Ninja had some misses, but overall, but one thing that Team Ninja can do very well is always gameplay. They can do action and gameplay very well. Storyline, it can be complete trash, but gameplay, they always hit it out of the park. So
Good physics, but yeah.
I will say that PlayStation
so,
does put out some like.
Hey, what's wrong with you, man?
I'm just saying, just good physics. But continue, Dark Side.
No. Let's not pass this. What do you mean by good physics, Ed? What game are you talking about specifically?
So there's a game we all played. Was it Dead or Alive? For Xbox, the first Xbox. Is
The
it different
fighting one
level?
or the beach volleyball
The fighting one.
Uh-huh.
one? Okay.
Yeah, explain
Yeah.
more.
We played that game for a while.
I don't know
And,
anything about the game.
I
Please
didn't. I
explain.
don't think I've ever played that
We
game.
I
played
didn't
it
play that one.
at the one's name who cannot be mentioned at his house, his
Yeah.
basements.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't play that in
A
our
long time
life.
ago.
And with
I don't
what's her
remember that
name?
at all.
Badeo.
I don't remember it.
Yeah,
We'll
but I
play
don't
that.
remember. I don't remember the physics. What physics are you talking about?
Yeah, what are
Graphics.
you?
Yeah.
Graphics. It
The
was
graphics.
the graphics were before its time in that era. Because Xbox had the first Xbox had really good graphics.
Oh, it's the graphics physics.
yeah.
Was it like the environment or
You know,
with
there's
the
a name
models?
for it too, right? And just saying,
What graphics?
no,
No,
the specific graphics you're talking about.
Yeah, what graphics are you talking? Are you talking about the environmental graphics?
Yeah.
Oh, environmental. So like the
Hmm.
grass and so forth.
Yeah. Great
Oh.
grass physics and trees and
Wow.
everything else.
I didn't know you would get so
So
flustered about
childish.
trees. Wow. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead, Dark Side. What were you saying about something else other than the
Jiggle physics.
jiggle physics?
Jiggle.
That's what it's
Oh.
called.
Jeez.
And
Jiggle
you know
engine.
it.
Hey, you are so
And you know
childish.
it. You damn well know it.
Yeah. you don't start a path that you're not
I
willing
was
to
a
go down.
teenage boy when this game came out. So.
But you're
You're
still
a teenage boy now. All right.
You
Yeah.
weren't a teenage boy.
You're a grown man.
Hey, you're a
now.
grown ass
You're a
man.
grown-
What the f-
Xbox
about?
came out. The first
I didn't know you as a
Xbox?
teenager.
Yeah, talk
Yeah,
about jiggle
exactly.
physics. Jesus, Ed. Okay. Anyways,
Did you ever play Ninja Gaiden?
Ninja Gaiden? Yeah.
Yeah.
You've seen me
Okay.
play it.
No, he's
Alright.
never gotten further than the first boss. I
Yeah, because
believe.
there's some scenes in there where you're like, Jesus. they
yeah,
they weren't even
I
trying to
beat that
hide it.
first boss too. It was back on Mixer. The Mixer days.
yeah. That's I forgot Ed did have a mixer period, a very dark period in his life.
Oh my goodness.
But Green Turn, what you think about did you watch the
I just watched it right now while you guys were talking.
Oh, okay.
Oh, cool.
Just fast forward through everything.
Okay, so what you
It
think
looks
of
neat. I mean, from the fast forward that I saw, it looked neat. So
Wow.
Cool.
Nice. Nice. Great comments, great commentary.
that's my very deep thoughts.
Wow.
Scope of a conversation.
Yeah, wow. That was really
Thanks.
great. Yeah. Wow. So in other news,
If I may surmise, it was neat.
Well, from this state
Nice.
of play, convince me from a new to a new PlayStation 4 owner, what
Mhm.
game is worth playing from that state of play? Come on,
The,
I'm the new PS4 owner here.
Moss looks actually pretty cool. Book 2, Moss Book 2, that actually looks pretty cool.
That's
See, I didn't know
PSVR
there was
game,
a
by the
mod.
way. So that's
Yeah.
a
PSVR?
but you wouldn't be able to play it. That's VR only.
Oh, it's on
Yeah.
VR only? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep,
Okay.
VR only.
Outside of that, to be honest,
And a
if I was
very
gonna say-
very well liked first
Yes.
VR game, the Moss one.
Moss, yeah.
People seem to like that game a lot.
Yeah.
In VR.
Death Stranding. Death Stranding was
Oh man, I
perfect.
gotta say, Death Stranding. So like, talk about like PlayStation 4 hits. I never played Death Stranding. So it's one of those very imposing games to get into. But
Yeah.
that trailer they showed was awesome.
Yeah.
Like I
Death-
mean, that game
It's-
looks amazing.
Yeah, Death Stranding is highly rated, and
Yeah.
I haven't played it myself. Same thing as what Darkseid was saying. I started playing Phantom Pain, and man, that game is so you can rush through the game, but even then, it's gonna take you forever. And
Mhm.
I became so entranced with Metal Gear Solid that I put 30 hours in, and I know for a fact I am nowhere close to beating that game. So it's very daunting. Then I put the game down. I haven't played it in probably like 8 months. So I probably.
But
have to
Ed,
restart the
you
game.
saw that trailer for Death Stranding?
Oh yeah, I saw it. I saw
That
it.
is a triple A.
That's a triple A
behemoth.
game.
That
Yes.
trailer is like a Marvel trailer. They
Yeah.
did not spare anything on that trailer. They put it all out. It's the
Not a trailer.
director's cut.
The
and it
game.
looks-
The
yeah,
game itself.
well, I mean,
They-
even the trailer, you talking about sell me on a game? That's what I'm telling you. That trailer
Yeah.
was great. If that
It's good.
content, quality, direction, I mean, that tells you that's a pinnacle game right there.
It was very visually appealing. I mean, it
Mhm.
did stand out from everything else that was on the state of play.
Yeah, so I think honestly,
And I think the battle royale you mentioned looks interesting too, and it's going to be free on PlayStation Plus in August for everyone to play. So.
And then lastly, I will say Deathloop. Deathloop, while it's not a well-known game. It's not like a game that is on the it's not like a Fortnite or anything of the sort, or it's not a what's the other one? BioShock level, because we don't know anything about it. But that looks overall is a clean, polished game. It looks clean. Gameplay looks promising. So that's another game. So that's the thing. The one thing, not to always continue to bash on Xbox, but when I watched this state of play, this was still better than the E3 showcase that was done for Xbox. That's just
what? I don't know about.
I will agree with
Nintendo.
that. I will agree with that.
I don't know.
They showed enough like new stuff. I'm not saying it's good. It wasn't a good conference or a state of play or whatever. I wasn't really blown away by it, but it was better than Xbox's state
for sure.
I have to disagree.
I think Xbox had a nice presentation, but the content wasn't that good.
Yeah, like Xbox. I'm not saying that Xbox was absolutely trash tier, throw the whole thing away. Xbox had potential. It was just the presentation of it was absolutely horrible. Once again, we go with the Xbox one. The very last trailer was nothing but CGI. It was a CGI trailer.
Oh, yeah.
There was no gameplay whatsoever. This here with the state of play, I don't care about CGI. I don't care about how pretty you can make something look. What I care about is the gameplay and the potential of a storyline. And Xbox did not deliver on that. They just showed CGI trailers, especially for the big shebang. It was just a 5-minute trailer. And those were cool back in PS1, PS2 days, because you're trying to showcase what, graphically, what the next generation is. You're going from a 12-bit to a 24-bit system to 32-bit system, whatever, then to 64, then to a 128. Like, you're showing the actual jumps. Here, we've gotten away from jumping as far as pure graphical standpoint. We know graphically the games are going to be there. What we care about now, and I think this is kind of what the shift has happened from the older console generations to now, is that we're going now from, okay, we know we demand it looks good. That should be not even a thought. It should look good wherever it does. What we care about more is the gameplay. And what the Xbox State of Play, other than Forza, which showed a lot of gameplay, outside of that, the gameplay wasn't there. But
There's some gameplay with Stalker 2. Now, I do agree what you're saying about gameplay over graphics.
Mhm.
And graphics should be good at this point. And for the most part, Xbox, all they did was trailers, but there are some games that had some gameplay in it. Stalker 2 had gameplay in it. I thought that was really impressive, gameplay-wise and visually. Halo, that melted my heart. Halo Infinite with the multiplayer. I can't think of any other ones, but in my opinion, I still think the Xbox, their showcase won it, and it's mainly because of Halo Infinite and Game Pass. A lot of those games were day one Game Pass, so that's a one for me.
Again, like I can attest to, Game Pass is not that impressive when you say the day one Game Pass. Not as impressive to me. Like, I clearly that saying day one Game Pass and that clearly had an effect on me because I went out and bought a damn thing. But when I went and looked at it, it's like, what the hell? Was this bait and switch? What's going on here?
Right. And even with the day one Game Pass, like, that doesn't tell me anything. Like, okay, it's cool that I'll be able to play the game based on the current subscription that I have. But at the same time, if I'm not going to play the game anyways, I'm just going to turn off my place on my Xbox and play my PlayStation or my Switch instead, or jump on my PC, then what's the point? I'm just paying a subscription just to have it. And I'm really, like, when I play God of War on PlayStation, I literally play God of War. I mean, I'll be in the, I don't want to say that, but and a lot of my free time, I was going to say something crazy. If my job ever listened to it, they'd be like, oh my goodness. But, on my lunch breaks, I would play God of War. I would say that. So, and I'm entitled to 15-minute breaks, and I'll play God of War.
I got you.
But in all seriousness, like, I will play during, as soon as I'm done with work, I turn on my PlayStation. So that's the kind of feeling I want again. And there's no games on Xbox right now that makes me want to be like, man, you know what? Oh, that storyline is great. I can't wait to see what happens next. Every time I turn on my Xbox, I'd be like, well, the only time I turned it on was, hey, let me register my account, and then I'm done. And then after that, it's turning back off. It just, it just takes out, electricity out of my wall because it's just sitting there idle for months on end. But with PlayStation, there's just great games. There's bangers. No matter what, I can still continue to play games to this day, and it's just a great experience. So, I mean, State of Play, it wasn't as good as it should have been.
No, it wasn't great.
But they can't. They
I don't think
can't
I would
come.
say it's great.
Yeah, they can't come with bangers every single time because then it's kind of that gets old too. Like, oh, a new trailer for God of War. Oh, 2 months later, there's another trailer for God of War. Oh, 3 months later, there's another God of War. I mean, you can't have everything be a win. But out of Xbox, I mean, yeah, Xbox still takes the L on this one.
Plenty of Xbox Series S's where I got mine. They're just sitting around, man. They're sitting around, literally collecting dust. There needs to be something. They got to do something to move these consoles.
The Series S is doing very well in Japan, and Xbox has not always had the best best sales in Japan. But all of a sudden now,
what's best? What's good? What's doing better? Selling 10 consoles instead of 8? I mean, what?
No, 10 consoles instead of 0 is we
I mean, you can,
everyone. They love us.
You can look up the articles now too. Japan and Xbox is doing very well in Japan.
That's fine, but it's far off. Like Xbox might be doing well, which is great, good for Xbox. But their Sony and Nintendo's imprint in Japan is ridiculous.
Oh yeah,
Xbox is, I'm sure, doing good, but they will never, ever in 1,000 years touch Sony in Japan. That's their home turf. That's where they were born. That's where they were bred. I mean, it's ridiculous. I'm glad they're doing good.
They're still playing the Vita out there. Like, this is how it's permeated through. I mean, it'll be the equivalent of somebody saying, hey, I'm going to grab a Xbox 360. This is a new highest thing right now. And everybody is flying off the shelves. It's not. And even though it might be doing better, sure. But, I mean, let's look at it overall. Sure. Yeah, it might be doing better. Congratulations, Xbox. You made 10 sales. No one cares. It really, honestly, it's a great title to have to say, well, Xbox, hey, man, you're selling consoles in Japan. Awesome for you. But in reality, does anybody really care? No.
Japan cares. Xbox cares, of course. It's
probably
Xbox
Microsoft
cares
has always wanted.
They need some good news here, so Xbox cares.
Oh, this is good
obviously.
News.
Because you're the mouthpiece, you care.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying.
I'm just knowing from what I read the articles from.
I know. But you understand that Xbox is doing well comparatively to what they were doing previously, which was garbage. You know that, right?
No, they're doing very, very well. And they're not just like, oh, okay, they're actually whatever.
But,
they're doing very well.
Right.
And
but you
Game Pass
they're not anywhere near.
Well.
Yeah, well, they're not anywhere near the other two. The other two are too powerful over there. But the other two are outside of the United States. Xbox is basically a joke. Honestly, outside of the United States, Europe is dominated by PlayStation, Nintendo. Asia is pretty much dominated by Nintendo or PlayStation. Here in this country, it's Nintendo or PlayStation. Xbox has a foothold here. That's it. We're Americans, so we could speak to it. But really, internationally, Xbox, it's not, and it's not even close, man.
I think things are starting to change with Microsoft.
Well, they're also playing like the long-term game, right?
Yes.
Since they invested in all those developers.
Yep.
So who knows?
Yeah,
they're playing the long-term game, and
phase.
Microsoft has money to burn on it. So
no. So maybe it'll have a snowball effect. We don't know until it actually starts happening.
I still think the Microsoft really doesn't care about the Xbox brand. I've said this before. I will say it. I don't know when it'll get proven correct, but the Xbox physical device is not important to Microsoft. They would drop it in 2 seconds. It's the Xbox app. They want to get that app on. There was talks about, remember it was supposed to come to Switch a long time ago. There was rumors about that like years ago. I heard rumors that they would turn it into an app and you'd see Xbox games on PlayStation. They're not interested in physical media, the physical device anymore. It's digital, and they're definitely a more digital cloud-based company. They're leaning a lot of their resources to the cloud, nextcloud, and all that stuff. And I think that's where they're heading. I think you'll see one day PlayStation and Nintendo are physical companies. They'll still produce a device, and Xbox will, and I think it's the right move. They'll be a cloud-based company, and you'll probably be
They've always
playing
been like
Halo.
that, though. Microsoft
Yeah.
has always been starts hardware and then goes to whatever.
Yeah.
We're talking about Zune or the Windows cell phones.
Mhm.
They invested heavily at the beginning, and then they kind of just dropped them and went their own way in regards to that.
They're terrible at
it might be
terrible
the
at
same thing
physical
with
media.
Xbox.
Well, Microsoft was at one point going to give up on Xbox, but Phil Spencer stepped in and basically just brought it to where it is now. If it wasn't for Phil Spencer, there would be no Game Pass, there would be no Xbox Series X and S.
Well, yeah,
So
but I
it's
think
really-
what
that's
Darkseid
the
is saying
company.
is,
That's the company running Xbox.
yeah,
They're ready to cut. That's exactly what I'm talking about. They have no faith in the product, and I mean, Phil Spencer can only do so much.
well, he's got people on his side now. That's
Great, but
yeah.
with like Sony, you have an entire company of Phil Spencers. Nintendo, you have an entire company of Phil Spencers. With Phil Spencer, it's just Phil Spencer fighting off Microsoft, trying to keep Xbox alive. God bless him, but you could see that in the quality over 10 years of Xbox. It's just not there. There's no love to make games.
Well, I don't know if
it may
they
also
have
end
a-
up being that Xbox, like Darkseid was saying, eventually becomes like the Steam option
Yeah.
for
Well,
other
it's a
hardware.
store.
that's
where
what
you
companies
basically
are
get
heading.
Xbox Live, even though it's not a physical thing, you can get an Xbox Live subscription and have access to all this, first party titles from all these companies that they purchased.
Well, that's where they're kind of heading that direction. But Xbox is not the only one doing that. Stadia was doing a whole not a system product, but a online product. And Amazon is starting to dip their toes into it also, with doing like a whole Stadia thing of their own. I think it's called Lula or something like that.
Yeah.
But this is the future. I'm not per se for it because in America, our internet is not the best, but in China and I forgot the other country, like their internet kills us. Even the prices of the internet just kills us.
Mhm.
But when we do get to that point, that is going to be the future. And I think Xbox is like, they know that and they're going towards that direction. And I don't know if Sony, especially Nintendo, can catch up. I don't know.
No, they can, because here's the one thing that if
Nintendo?
you're going towards that direction, we're going toward cloud-based gaming, right? What do
Yeah.
you need? What is the one thing you need in order to be
Servers.
successful? Nope.
Oh, wait. Besides games?
Games.
Oh, yeah, games.
You need games. That's what's in the cloud. It's not the stupid thing here. It's the games. It's God of War. It's your 10 out of 10s. It's your Marios. It's your Zeldas. It's nothing on Game Pass, bud. So this is what I'm talking about. If they go cloud-based, Sony's going to be fine if they keep doing what they're doing and they have their library to lean on. Nintendo will be just fine because we've talked about this. They have whenever they want to do it.
Nintendo's Nintendo.
Yeah, the
I was gonna
Nintendo's
say
Nintendo.
everyone just
They can
spent
do whatever they want.
like an hour bashing on Xbox, and we didn't even bring up how terrible Nintendo is
Well,
in regards to
Nintendo's
done that
the
enough.
you're like
showing and
in the
everything.
corner eating paste somewhere or something.
Yeah,
While
but
Xbox and
they can
PlayStation
do
are
everything
fighting.
horribly, and everyone's still okay with Nintendo.
Well,
Speaking of Nintendo, what does everyone think of the sweet new OLED? What is it?
No.
OLED?
Before we jump off on that, I wanna bring up something really quick. While you guys have been talking,
Yeah.
because one thing I think is very important to when we discuss these things is context and actually giving true context to what we're talking about. So we've been saying that nonstop. Xbox has been making is growing tremendously in Japan, right? Which is that's just a general statement. What are the actual numbers? Does anybody actually know the numbers?
I don't know.
can't
I
read
just been hearing it from Ed. So I don't know.
verbatim. I can't give it to you.
No, hey, you said something very funny. You said I can't read. I was like,
I didn't say I can't read.
Go back on this podcast. Go back on this
I
podcast.
didn't say I can't read.
Yes,
I'm
you
assuming
did.
Creamcast looked it up while we were talking about
I was
that.
looking. Yeah. So,
okay.
So this
All
is
right. How many millions are we talking about here, baby?
But baby, we talking
It's
millions.
the
and
Xbox
millions.
Series S.
No, we're gonna talk about. Yeah, we're gonna talk about them all. Okay,
Just
between
do overall, yeah, both.
well, no, I got it separated, so I'm
Okay.
gonna tell you. But between the week of June 6th to the 13th,
It's like I gotta go. Bye.
and I'll be all, folks. The Xbox Series X and S overall sold 2,694 units within a 7-day period. Congratulations.
7-day period.
Everybody, wait. There's more for the week. For the week. So the Xbox Series X sold 2,182 units, and the Series S sold 512 units. The previous week combined, how many Xboxes do you think were sold? I'm just throwing it out there. What do you think? The previous week, how many Xboxes were sold?
1,800.
Okay. Dark Side?
You know what?
You're looking at that.
I have a lot of faith in Xbox. 300,000. 300,000.
Wow.
Hey, man. Game Pass, baby.
Game Pass. Okay.
Tell him, man.
Ed, what do you think? Tell me the good news. You think Xbox had pulled, knowing that from the week, once again, from the 6th to the 13th of June, they sold combined 2,694.
I'll say around the same price too.
You say it's
same revenue
amount.
Yeah, same amount.
Revenue. What?
Yeah.
Numbers. Revenue.
Numbers.
Is how much money you make.
Yes, around that.
All right. So you want to know? You guys want to know?
Sure.
Stop trying to use big words.
Wow. 630.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Six.
Three
See,
digits?
This
Did you say
three
digits?
Yes.
3 digits. 630
Okay.
combined. See, this is the problem with it. This is what.
But
Wait,
this is
hold on.
This is the problem.
Hold on. Before that, you gotta remember too. Like, there's a shortage of consoles being shipped out. Also,
Doesn't matter.
PS5 and Xbox Series S and X.
Do you really want? If you want to pull out.
So you're telling me Microsoft was like, hey guys, we're doing amazing in Xbox. Send them 600.
Yeah.
You're telling me they said that's what they did? If
No,
they saw, clearly we're blowing up in Japan. And
literally, that is literally,
and they bought all 600, huh?
That is literally what they're getting hyped up about. They're getting hyped up because they went from 600 units to 2,000 units the next week. I'm just going to give context. I'm not trying to burst anybody's bubble and so forth, but this is the problem with Xbox fans. They sit here and say, "Oh my, 600, they went to 2,000. Oh my goodness, we're blowing up." Hey, mom, go buy the Ferrari. It's yours now, mom. We made money. We're rich. They sold more consoles. Then that's 4 times the amount of consoles that they sold in a week. That's great, but they're saying when they say things like, "Hey, it's the greatest rising market is Japan," great, that's cool.
During a pandemic, during a shortage of chips, also.
Let's put it out there. PS5. I haven't pulled the PS5 numbers, but PS5 is nowhere close to this. I can see on a weekly basis that on certain sites that PS5s are selling in the thousands on an individual site.
This is buying PS5s.
This is for a whole Japan. This is the entire country of Japan, the entire island of Japan.
But I guarantee you, half of those PS5s are being sold.
There's 2,000 people in one building in Japan.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, I guarantee you, half of those PS5s are being
they're like sardines
purchased.
Yeah,
are those who are reselling them.
It doesn't matter. Being sold is still being sold. It doesn't matter if it's a reseller. That's still a volume that's moving.
All right, just look up the number of how many PS5s.
Anyways, it's blowing up over there clearly, so that's great. Good.
Yeah, it's more. Wow. Let's just move on from it.
Look out!
Ed's gonna sit here and be like, "That's look at these raw data of 2,000 consoles being sold when there's literally."
I just feel bad for Ed. We've spent the last 5 hours just going on
Xbox. Ed has stock in Xbox because there's no reason anybody.
Happy birthday, Ed.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Welcome to Actual Real Gaming. Talking about the OLED screen with Switch, man, I think this is a great opportunity for anybody who has not bought a Switch in the past 3 years since the Switch has been out.
Four I think maybe? 5 years actually. It's been 5 years.
It's been a while, And
It's been a while.
Well, personally, is everyone happy about it or disappointed?
I'm a little
Going around the
disappointed.
room here.
I got a
I'm
love hate
disappointed.
for it.
I
Also
really,
disappointed.
I'm not. I don't say disappointed. I'm neutral. I really.
What
don't
did you
care.
want? Like I wanted a CPU upgrade. I wanted it to be faster, stronger, better. I
Same
wanted
here.
it to,
I wanted something
I have a
actually
dream.
new,
I don't
just
know if
not
I'd ever
new.
be able to do it. I was hoping to play GTA 5 on a Switch.
And
That was my goal in my mind. One day they'll put out a stronger Switch, and it played on a PlayStation 3, right? So it should be able to play on the next step up for Switch, and that's what I was hoping for. They went up with an OLED. Granted, the screen looks beautiful,
Yeah.
but it's not going to be able to play any games faster or better, or look that much
It's just gonna
sharper.
look nicer. That's
Yeah,
all.
I mean,
Here's where the-
It'll just look nicer.
There's where the love hate comes from. Like it's still going to play the same game. Like if I play Doom on the OLED, I'm going to see a pretty pixelated, choppy game. That's all I'm going to see.
I was literally about to
You're
bring
gonna
up
see all
that.
those pixels in high def.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like wow. Now, not Master Chief, Doom guy is skipping
Doom guy.
from here. He's skipping from point A to point B, but he's doing it in OLED. Like,
OLED.
Exactly.
like I feel like they just slapped a pretty picture on a pretty filter on the ugly picture. I mean,
Yes.
they should have done a complete upgrade where you have the Switch Pro, and it is a huge graphical. I won't say huge, but it should be enough of an increase to want to get Switch players to upgrade to the next one.
Yeah.
I feel like if you have not bought a Switch, this is the perfect time. Buy the OLED version. I think you will be better off. But for someone who already owns a Switch, it's a waste of your money. Unless you got money to burn. Well, apparently Darkseid does because he just bought an Xbox for $100.
Hell yeah.
He paid
Hell
way
yeah.
too much. He paid about $200 too much for that.
Basically.
They should have gave you money for it. But for people who else, doesn't have money to burn, it's a waste of money. If you have money to burn, buy it and I don't know, donate your Switch, sell it to GameStop for $5.
I was on board for a new
Yeah,
Switch. I would
exactly.
have take my money
Sweet
now,
trade-in.
but
Yeah.
there's no point.
Yeah, when I was watching the trailer, I was ready up until like they didn't mention anything about 4K. Like, oh wait, where's the upgrade? It's basically
There's no way
It's just a new screen. That's all
that's it. And the
Nothing
thing
else.
is with me, like I'm not normally when I play my Switch, I want to play it on dock. Like
Yeah,
the only
same
time I
here.
really play it on handheld mode was when I was when Zelda came out.
They
Yeah,
should-
I play a lot of my stuff on handheld mode. I like the convenience of it because I play all the other stuff on the screen. So the convenience of just sitting down and playing something, in a different position or comfortable in bed or something. That's
and I just don't feel as comfortable playing on the handheld mode.
I'm
It just
saying-
does, it isn't as comfortable in my hands as playing with the Pro controller or whatever it
But
is.
see, you don't have. That's why you get the adaptability of taking the Joy-Cons off. Have you ever seen an otter break a clam on his stomach?
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm talking about? So when I'm in peak Switch mode, I have it resting perfectly on my
On your
stomach,
tummy.
on my tummy, and then I have the
It's just-
Joy-Cons going.
Floating in his bathtub. With
Oh, yeah.
Switch on his
Oh, yeah.
stomach.
Oh yeah,
I
of
keep
course.
thinking back
Right.
back to the South Park episode. I'm going to crush you like a clam on my tummy. That's all. I don't know why I think about that, but I see your face when I say that.
now you can do it in OLED.
Yeah. Now,
Exactly.
There you go. There you go.
congratulations.
But there's a
So
lot of
wait.
configurations with comfort there as well.
No, wait, now
There is
Darkseid.
configurations, but I myself find it more comfortable to play on the dock
No, a
than on
Darkseid.
the handheld.
Since you normally play Switch in handheld mode, can you see yourself getting the OLED?
No, I told you there's no point in getting it. The only reason I would have got this is if it had a CPU upgrade, to play games sharper, better. I would have got it for Metroid just because I'm sure, they showed Guardians of the Galaxy in the last thing, right? So I was like, oh, they're showing this clearly because the new Switch will have some kind of boost in its CPU to take on these graphics and the game physics. But clearly, it's going to struggle with that too. So, no, unless I see a really good deal,
It's
and
going
I
to
have
struggle
another-
with it in beautiful HD.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going
You're
to
going to
say.
see buffering in all its glory.
Yeah, it's gonna be horrible. And in reality, I believe that, like I said, I think there was no way for them to reach 4K. There's not even high end PCs worth thousands of dollars that can run 4K 60 frames per second blah blah blah.
Yeah, but they could do better from where they're at right now. They
Right.
could easily have made a stronger Switch, and it's just Nintendo being Nintendo.
Well, I was
They're
gonna
like,
say,
yeah.
well, I was gonna say they could use the stand. They should, which they should have did, would have been really cool. Is you take it off the stand, it's 2K. When you put it on the stand, it goes 4K because there's
That's
a dedicated,
true.
there's
Yeah.
a dedicated GPU within your stand that if you want to play on 4K 60 frames per second or 4K 30 frames per second, you can play on the stand and you can knock it out the park. Now that would be really cool. And if they would have did that, yo, have my money. I would throw away my Switch, give it to one of my nieces and nephews. Let me buy this upgraded Switch. And I think a lot of people would have done that because that would have been a great option for console players or at-home players versus on, clams on my tummy players like Darkside. So,
yeah, but no, it wouldn't have been a good option because the clams on my tummy wouldn't have worked because it's in the dock.
Well, it's not for you then.
But yeah, you would get the 2K. Okay, never mind. 2K. That's the who get her a good solution.
Right.
Well, all you do is you gotta learn to balance a full 52-inch TV on your tummy, and then for sure you'll be gaming.
Challenge accepted. Challenge accepted. I'd be blinded. My retinas would be blind.
Plug it in and somehow do not let you shoot yourself at the same time. But you need that sweet 4K.
Don't breathe or it'll crush your head.
Yeah, you're gonna have some problems.
You don't even have the regular flat screen. It's the big old tube ones.
It's one of the fat bags. Oh my god,
the fake flat TVs.
Yeah. Not only will it crush your stomach, if it fell, it would break all your bones while falling.
I used to have like a 32-inch back in the day, 32-inch Sylvania. Woo, that thing.
Yep.
That thing was
had the
heavy.
same thing.
If you dropped that while moving, you would break every bone in your foot.
Yeah.
That's it, you're done,
Good times, though.
Yeah.
Good times.
Even if you just hit the tip of your foot, it'd be like, you got to amputate the leg.
Oh, yeah, that's gone.
Yeah, your leg's gone.
No, but the docking thing actually has been done, if I remember correctly. I think NVIDIA, didn't they have like a shield or something called like that?
Yeah.
And it's the same thing where you had like an accessory and you could play it handheld mode and it was sort of like low res, but you could plug it into something else and it would upgrade the graphics.
This is attainable years ago. Nintendo's just being Nintendo. They're lazy as hell. Or they're just they do the least possible amount of work in order to reap the rewards. That's it. That's
They're very lazy.
And they try to cash in as many times on their same
just like the
Game & Watch
Zelda
come out
handheld that we spoke about last time.
Oh my god, I'm ready.
The Game & Watch.
Out yet?
The Game & Watch.
Yeah, but the thing is, we're on. The funny thing is that when Zelda, not I got me something in Zelda. When Nintendo does things well, they do it well. Like it's awesome. Like
they knock it out of the park.
Remember when the Switch when the Wii first came out, everybody's like, "Oh my goodness, the Wii!" And then it went to the Wii U, and we're like, "Oh, we get screwed." That's not what we really want. And then they get a Switch. Everybody's like, "Yeah, you're really great." And now when you come out with the Switch Pro, everybody's like, like that's how people are really kind of feeling. And I feel like with this new Switch, I'm just kind of like, they missed a really great opportunity.
Well, this isn't the Switch Pro, this is a Switch OLED.
Well, Switch OLED, I'm sorry.
No, I know, but it would be like, let's say that's the newest offering that they have.
Yeah.
So.
There could have been easily another knockout for Nintendo.
But... A Switch Pro, you could have easily double dipped again, and we all like idiots would have bought it because you want to play that Zelda again and slightly better frame rate.
I was gonna say,
they could have even just sold the pure dock, so you'd be forced to buy a new dock.
They are selling the dock separately.
Switch.
They already sold the dock separately.
No, but I'm saying if they did the a dock
GPU
with
boost.
the stuff in it, yeah.
Oh, inside the dock.
That would be.
Were you
that would be amazing.
Awake for the whole conversation we just had? It sounds like he's shocked about what we're saying.
He's about say all this.
No, you're talking about when you put it in the dock, it's 4K, but you would take it out, it's like 2K or something.
Yeah.
But now I'm kind of thinking like if they sold the dock, that somehow made your current Switch. Yeah. Not the new one. I'm talking like your current Switch. Into like 4K, whatever.
That's amazing.
That's what we're talking about.
No, I thought you were talking about like a new Switch that allowed you to do
earlier
4K
earlier in the episode, he did the same thing with something I said. I forgot what it was. Yeah, it was. You literally just recycled the same thing I did like 5 minutes after I said it.
Ed, I'm just gonna say this. Please
And
do
I
not
didn't say
edit.
anything. I was just like, that's weird.
Ed, please do not edit this episode.
Oh my
And I want you
goodness.
to re-listen to this episode because first I got you with I can't read. First, when I said you
I
guys,
never said that. I never said that.
yes, you did. But I think what you meant to finish
I'm
was
first
you
sure
saying
you
you say I can't read. But I think what you meant to say was because of your current setup for streaming,
I can't read it right
I
now.
can't read it right
Yeah.
now. But you said I can't read, and I was like, I caught on to that. And I was like, something, Ed, I can't let that go. That's just comedy gold.
Oh
I
my
can't get rid of it.
goodness.
But then
Just
now
tasty.
this, you just regurgitate what we just said.
So what you were saying earlier was having the current switch?
No, that wasn't the point that got caught up. It was the fact that you said the GPU's on the inside of the dock, and you're like, wait a minute.
No, that'd be good.
I mean,
That's what I'm asking.
That's what we've been talking about.
See, I thought you meant the new switch. If it had like 2K handheld mode and then 4K in the dock.
Yes.
But I'm talking about the current
dedicated.
one.
I said there'll be a dedicated GPU inside the
In
dock.
the dock, yeah.
Yeah, so it doesn't really matter if the when you pull it out is just a regular switch. It could be slightly higher graphics, whatever. But the dedicated GPU is within the dock, so you just have to put it into the dock, and you got 4K. So I mean, regardless of, it's fine, Ed. So anyways,
Anyway,
Good point, Ed. Good point.
good.
Oh my
You
goodness.
great point.
knocked it out. You knocked it out of the park, Ed. So yeah, I mean, I think once again, good idea. Not a good idea. The OLED is cool to have. It's not justifiable to get a brand new Switch for it. I'm sorry, it's just not worth it.
Yeah.
This has been episode 9 of the Blurred Podcast. You can find us on all major platforms and YouTube.
Blur you later.
Blur you later.
Blur you later, guys.
See you later.